Hi, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you are new. Hi, my name is Maddie Van Halter. If you are not new, I love you. I have not posted on here in a fat minute, but I have some exciting news. I am pregnant, and that's what this video is going to be centered around. I'm going to talk about how I found out I am pregnant and kind of a little bit of my trying to conceive story. Hope you guys stick around and let's get into the video. So I want to start off with my trying to conceive story because it's just like a whole roller coaster. We've been trying for about 2 years for baby number 2. I first got pregnant in May of 2022, and that unfortunately resulted in a miscarriage. And then last December I had an ectopic pregnancy, and that's basically where the pregnancy implants outside of the uterus. So in this case mine was in my fallopian tube, which is the most common. Unfortunately ruptured. I had to go into emergency surgery and I lost my left fallopian tube. I also have a video all about my ectopic that you guys can watch, but that was December of 2022. Then in September of 2023 I unfortunately had another miscarriage. So then that leads us to December of 2023. I was actually in California for a mental health treatment, and one day I was eating popcorn and I got really nauseous from the popcorn. It was 6 days before I was supposed to get my period, so I was like, I'm just gonna take a test just for funsies. It's not gonna come back positive. I'm 6 days before my period. Well, sure enough, it came back positive. I was so in shock because I found out the same exact day I found out I was pregnant with my ectopic. So literally exactly a year apart, I find out that I'm pregnant. It's a little triggering. Thank God I'm at mental health treatment to get over these triggers. My OBGYN from back home wanted me to get my blood tested every 2 days just to make sure that, one, levels were rising as they should, and two, I wasn't having another ectopic. So I got my blood taken. I think my first blood draw was at 300, like 340 something, which was pretty good for my first blood draw. I kept telling the people at my treatment facility that I needed to get my blood tested every 2 days. They were listening and were trying, but it just wasn't happening every 2 days. Like, it was like a week apart. So at that point I was decided that I was going to go home from treatment, simply because of the fact that I wasn't getting my blood tested every 2 days like my OBGYN wanted, and it just wasn't good for my mental health because I didn't know what my numbers were. So I went home. The day that I got home from treatment, I went to go get my blood tested, and my numbers, it was like a week apart from each other, but my numbers went from 340 to 10,000, and I was just like, holy shit, okay, this is happening. This is really happening. And once I got home is when I started getting really sick. Like, I was throwing up every single morning profusely. It was so incredibly bad. Oh my God. I'm getting nauseous right now even thinking about it. I'd say from like week 5 to week 10, I was extremely nauseous, throwing up. There was a point where I did go to the doctors to get an IV because I was throwing up, and I was just so nauseous that I needed like an IV of Zofran because the Zofran that they gave me was not helping. They gave me liquids and then Zofran through an IV, and that seemed to help and seemed to be the end of that. Once I got to week 10, I started getting a little bit better. I wasn't throwing up as much. I wasn't as nauseous as I was. Like, my nausea was very, very intense. But I specifically remember when I was at treatment, I was telling one of the people in charge that I just knew that I was going to get really sick and I needed to get home before I got really sick and could not even make it home. The person was trying to gaslight me and say that, oh, like, these are the worst weeks of pregnancy, the ones that you're here right now for. You're not gonna get sick. You're gonna be totally fine. Everything's gonna get better from here. And it did not, because in fact when I got home all hell broke loose with my nausea. And since I was at treatment, I missed out on getting to tell my husband, getting to tell my parents, to tell everyone over the phone, so that honestly really sucked. But I am officially 12 weeks pregnant. We are pregnant with our triple rainbow baby, which is so exciting, and I cannot believe I'm gonna cry. I cannot believe I'm even saying that. Like, what? We've been waiting so long. But yeah, that is how I found out I am pregnant. I know I haven't been on here in a long time, but I'm planning on posting more for you guys, just because, I don't know, I'm getting really bored of TikTok and like making these short little videos, that I'd rather like sit down, talk to you guys, have you guys get to know me more. And I feel like this is more like on a personal level. So yeah, with that being said, leave some questions in the comments. I'm going to be doing a Q&A my next video. So yeah, that will be fun. But anyways, I hope you guys have a good day, and I love you guys. Mwah. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.